Hey everyone, I feel very broken right now, and it's like I'm waiting for someone to come in and fix me. Throughout this journey, that person was me through the grace of God and allowing Him to give me the strength to keep moving forward. Be strong and of a good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, He it is that doeth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. As said in Deuteronomy 31:6. Amen. Hi YouTube, it's Miss Kabumba here. I'm sorry I'm not as joyful as usual because this is going to be a very real, very raw video. As I discuss what it feels like to feel broken, lost, having no direction, and nothing will get better for you. I actually feel like that every now and then. Sometimes things go so well, and then it just all hits me. Like one bad thing after another. But throughout it all, I try to be grateful. And yeah, I just want to talk about that process while I do my broken clown makeup. Yeah. So let's get into it. And I hope you guys enjoy and this video touches somebody. These feelings I have felt happened since 2020. Now that I'm looking back, I realized I've been in survival mode the past 6 years. No one warned me that adulthood was going to be like this. I was told to get the best grades in high school so I can get accepted to all the universities I wanted to go into, and everything was going to work out once I got into the best university and get a good job. Ever since I was a student, if I'm being so honest, there was a lot of responsibility put onto me. And that's what it's like when you grow up with a big family. You gotta show up for each other. And sometimes you're showing up and pouring into other people, and you're not even pouring into yourself. Since the ripe age of 20, I have felt completely worthless when I was a first-year student at my university. I remember comparing everyone else to me. And I was comparing people that didn't even have the same starting points that I did. When it came to me wanting to pursue creative industry, and I got enrolled in art school back in 2019, guys. Got enrolled in art school. And the pandemic hit March of 2020, right? I felt relatively okay during the pandemic because at the end of the day, I was with my family that I loved. When it really started hitting home and hurting me was realizing how alone you can feel even when people are around you. I was doing school from home in my room, not seeing a single classmate, right? And all of my siblings were focused on school as well. I think we were all pretty much struggling with depressive thoughts because even if we're all at home together, we're all doing school and pretty much struggling. When people would see me, they'd look at me and say, "You look like you're losing hope in life. You sound like you're not enjoying anything at the moment." I would do my classes. I still got good grades, but that was the high functioning depression. That was me moving and trying to get everything done. I think there's a confusion where people think depression is for people who stop absolutely everything in their lives. I kept going. But the moment I wasn't doing my schoolwork, or the moment I wasn't in a class, I was just sleeping. I didn't have energy for anything else, just sleeping. Creativity, honestly, YouTube, cosplaying, drawing was the only way I could feel more alive at that moment. My depression came in because I was comparing myself to other people. I was comparing my starting point to other people. I saw that I was home during the pandemic, and crazy enough, we saw it happen if y'all were paying attention. So many people were able to grow their businesses or grow their social media platforms. And I felt like I was just doing school, getting mediocre grades, not doing much of my life. And because it was a pandemic, a lot of us couldn't work. A lot of us were out of work. It was a really sad time. And that was just the beginning before other things started going downhill. Thankfully, every problem has a solution though. When I felt worthless, I just kept working. And when I felt stupid, I just kept studying. So at least the grades were good on that part. When I saw other people utilizing their creativity and me constantly thinking, how could I do that? I realized I did have a few wins. So if you're ever feeling really depressed, really broken, really useless in life, this is where I urge you to journal, guys. Journaling is great. So I was able to journal and write down my wins that I did for those period of times. I write the things that I did that I'm doing well in my life, the things I was proud of. These could be small accomplishments or big ones, it doesn't matter, but at the end of the month or even end of the week, to write one thing that you like that you did for yourself, it makes you happier. You look in the mirror and you're happier of the person you see. When I felt like other people were just so creative, like doing things that I feel like I could never imagine doing, I just kept pushing myself in my own way. I actually grew my art business a lot in 2020. I was sending out commissions out of country. I was shipping pieces out, products out. I had commissions for digital arts and paintings. Yeah, and I made a decent amount, honestly. That's what kept me afloat that year. And I should big myself up a bit more for that. So when you feel stuck, you gotta reflect and be like, oh, maybe I am doing something right with my life. I didn't really feel really stuck again until 2 years later. 2022. We gonna have an animated story time about this, y'all. So I did lose someone I thought loved me. And this person just dropped me completely, like vanished. Didn't really have an explanation, just gone. Pretty much ghosted. Yeah. So I, at the time, didn't see a purpose on continuing anything I once loved. That is very toxic because you live one life and you gotta make yourself happy in this world. I felt broken. And I knew I had to find a way to fix my own pieces because no one else was gonna fix me. I was so sad. Guys, I was sad for months. I was still in school at the time, right? 2022. So I was studying, I was doing my homework. I was getting really good grades at this time because I had absolutely no one to talk to. I wasn't speaking to anybody. But I was still sad. Once again, it's that high functioning depression. It's like the world isn't very kind when you're going through things mentally because you have to keep going no matter what. You have to get that money, get those grades up, gotta take care of your body, gotta nourish it. You just have to keep going even when you feel like you are falling and drowning. So I feel like I wasn't loved by other people, and the only way I could keep moving forward was to find a way for me to love myself again. Remember when I said I stopped doing everything I enjoyed? So I took the time to do the things I enjoyed again. So I was drawing a lot, just in my sketchbook. And guys, visual art is my very first art form. I took myself out by traveling, y'all. I saved up my money and I kept traveling. It was really, really nice. I took care of my body by paying attention to what I was eating. I wasn't just eating anything. I was eating healthy food and moving my body more, feeling strong. So when I felt broken and I knew nobody else was going to come into my life and fix the pieces, I started gluing my own pieces. Then came 2024. I am being so open and so honest here, y'all. For a whole year and a half, I did not find work in my fields. I didn't just lay around in my bed applying. But for that period where I couldn't find work, I was crying every single week because we were in a financial spot where bills needed to get paid. And if I wasn't going to pay them, like, who was going to pay it? We was going to be in the streets. We were going to be homeless. We were going to have to move somewhere with a garbage bag. And I really did not want that. I was doing anything I can to contribute to the situation I was in. So I was self-employed. I was selling my art, my fashion, and my video editing service. And when I say I was applying everywhere, I mean I went in person to minimum wage places. This is someone with a full university degree, with a minor and certifications. But I still didn't get a job. Then I fully put my pride aside and I started telling every single friend in my life my situation. Like, I need to get this money. I need a job. What am I going to do? So my persistence and me being open to people knowing my struggles and feeling broken and feeling like these pieces just keep cracking and cracking. I had people in my life that believed in me. I had a friend, Janelle. Shout out to Janelle. She told the manager at a pizza restaurant, story time coming up about them because they were a little trifling about my situation, and I got a job. And then throughout a year of hustling, I had that job, but I had 3 more jobs on top of that. I was juggling 4 jobs at the same time. That's also why I haven't really posted videos throughout this year, guys. I was surviving. My schedule was working in the morning to that job Janelle put me on. And shortly after that, the doors started opening because I remember being on break and I got a call back from a job in my industry. I was so happy. Finally, the broken pieces that I felt were all over me started getting fixed. They were getting glued, and I was finally getting solid again. I found a job in my industry. It didn't pay me enough though. So I kept the pizza restaurant job. My mornings was this job I had in the creative fields. My afternoons / nights was the pizza restaurant job. And during weekends, I'd work in government or another creative job that I had. I had 4 different positions. So people who don't know me would think I'm stacking up so much money. I'm really that girl. I'm a real hustler. I was hustling because I was surviving. I needed that money by all means necessary because bills need to get paid and we need food in the fridge. That was my situation. I'm thankful because at the end of the day, I know there are people who don't have a support system at all. times I felt so alone in my creative fields, people supporting me online. I still had my friends that think I'm great. I still have my families that watch my videos and they say that this creativity is going to take me far. When I felt like I couldn't find a single job for a year and I was hustling with my art business, my fashion pieces, in my video editing services, I had a friend that said, if you're willing to, we got this restaurant, it's minimum wage. As soon as I said yes to that, I got the other job in my field. And as soon as I said that, I had a government job that I could do during the weekends. And then afterwards, I got introduced to another creative field, which I absolutely adore. And that creative field, that's a fourth job, it paid me a lot more than all the other jobs combined. It was definitely tiring having a schedule where mornings working, nighttime working, weekends working. And during the very little free time I had, I was sewing clothes because once again, I told you guys I have a fashion business and I make a lot of fashion content on my Instagram. That was exhausting, but now everything I'm not really made me who I am. If I would have gotten everything I desired in 2020, maybe I wouldn't have been as grateful for it. Because guys, I'm still surviving. I'm still living though. Being in survival mode, my survival mode is constantly worrying about getting money. Honestly, like, you gotta get paid. I've had this mentality for the past 6 years. The only time I don't think about getting that moolah is when I'm with my family and we're just enjoying our time together. I'm with my friends, once again, just enjoying our time together. I'm creating, in my process of creating, whether I'm creating for clients, creating for myself, I'm not thinking about it. But to constantly think about it any other time is exhausting. You start to feel broken because you start to feel all the things that you are not. You start to feel all the things you have not accomplished. You start to feel like you are completely broken and every piece inside of you has just shattered. The life that I thought I was promised when I was younger, I'm not there. If I'm being honest, I have to give myself grace. Moments like this is a great time to give yourself grace because what I thought life was as a kid, it definitely is not it now. When I was up to like 18 years old, I'm going to say up to 18 years old, I legitimately thought all you got to do is get the best grades in high school, get into the best school, and everything changes from there. You're going to get so many opportunities and connections in school. You're going to graduate school and then you're going to be a superstar. I thought, and this is the first time I'm actually sharing it on YouTube, me being completely vulnerable. And I thought, okay, these 4 years, I'm going to get internships. I'm going to get paid internships. I'm going to get a full-time job after I graduate. My art business is going to go so well. And on top of that, I'm going to be a full-time content creator. Everybody's going to want to work with me. When I tell you that did not happen, post-grad depression is real. No, the depression I felt was, I had so many different forms of depression, y'all. I felt depression comparing my own creative and career process to other people during the pandemic, right? And that was me as a student. There's times I really wanted to drop out of school. I'm proud of myself that I kept going. I don't even realize it, but I guess I'm resilient. If I'm being so honest, like, I take care of people. I take care of people in my life, and it is a lot of work, not gonna lie. I take care of people I love. That's what family's for. And when I compare myself to other people, it's like, dang, This is me being completely open, completely honest with y'all, because y'all are my viewers. That means y'all are my family. You're a part of the Miss Kabumba gang. I'm being so honest. My situation is me working to provide. And when you are a provider, you can't really think of things for yourself. I can't really think of, when am I gonna get a car, right? Because you gotta provide in different ways. You got bills, you got food. There's medicine. There's things out there you gotta think about. There's student loans. And I'm seeing people my age with these things that I thought younger me, oh gosh, younger me thought I was gonna have it, and it pains me, and it feels like I'm broken as a person, and it will be so hard to accomplish those things. I understand the power of the tongue has values. So at the end of the day, I have to believe that I can accomplish anything that is in my mind. And accomplishing what is in your mind isn't about the timeline you give yourself. Accomplishing what's in your mind is about doing everything in your power to make that reality true. So going older is realizing that it's not about the timeline. A lot of things happen in perfect order. Guys, let's say I was working in my desired fields last year, that was 2024. Told y'all 2024 was the year I applied to so many jobs. I'm gonna be so honest. This is me being completely open. Completely open. I don't even care, because this is real. This is real. So every single year I was in school, right? 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023, I was always employed. I was always working somewhere, and on top of that, I had an art business. So I was always working somewhere, and on top of that, that was in the creative industry. In the creative industry as a student. I graduated school 2023. I found a job in my fields. This is me being really open. This entry-level position paid minimum wage, but I still worked there. Okay, that's every single year I had a job. 2024 hits, the contract's over. And I'm looking for a whole year. Y'all, I applied to 600 places. And I'll be so honest when I say I pray to God. I am a Christian God, pray to God, and I understand there's a reason for the season. There's a reason for the season. There's a reason for the season. There is a reason for the season. And may that be implemented in my brain. I had to think that if God is putting me in this season in my life, and he knows I'm a disciple and follower of him, and I praise him, I do good in the world, just being a decent person, helping my family, being a good friend to people, and I still see myself struggling, I was upset. I did not have anger towards God, and I did not have anger towards the world, but then I internalized that, and I was angry with myself. I thought, if God's not giving me something, it means I did something wrong. And I didn't know what it was. So I just felt like I'm chopped and screwed. Chopped and screwed. But I was not. I was not. I had to open my eyes and see what was in front of me. So I kept doing the applications, right? And when that wasn't working, I still was able to use my art business and my video editing services to stay afloat. It was 100% not making me as much as it used to make me, compared to the years before, me working jobs on top of that versus only relying on that. But it opened doors for me. As I was video editing, guys, my portfolio grew. And when my portfolio grew, I was able to land a job in my industry. So right after I got that pizza job, I ended up working in my industry, but I still did both at the same time. I was working at the pizza restaurant, working my industry, working another job in my industry because, you know, that portfolio grew, and I had a government job. So I had 4. Can I hear 4 for 4? Yeah. If I'm being honest, 2024, hustling for a job, and then 2025 was every single interview I've ever done, I got the job. Compared to last year, having interviewers not even come to the interview because they forgot, so they just canceled it, and then they just never wanted to reschedule. Yeah, or some very much lowballing me, like saying they want the work for free and they want me to volunteer, or some lowballing me once again, asking for minimum wage, but then like the amount of things they're asking is just too crazy. I'm grateful because I know God's looking out for me. The experiences I had, I'm realizing were difficult. They were difficult, and I was ignoring the difficulty. Of course, when I was struggling, and I spent days where obviously, you know, I wasn't gonna drop out of school, so I was doing the schoolwork and I was showing up to class, but after that I was just sleeping. Guys, if someone sleeps 12 hours a day, your friend, your family member, your neighbor is probably struggling with some depression, because the idea of just doing anything, pouring energy into anything else, was absolutely exhausting. But I realized it's crazy. There's a reason for the season, as I told you guys before, because when you think God won't provide, He does provide. When you feel like all the pieces are broken and you're gluing it back together, so you're picking up the pieces, but guess what's the glue? God. You're picking up the pieces, but God's the glue. Ain't never gonna stay broken, girl. Please. It's all an experience. And I'm grateful, because life's just gonna keep getting better. Even when I have hard moments, I know life is gonna get better. I struggle sometimes, guys. I really, really do. And so the month and a half, we're talking about 2025 now. The reason why I've not uploaded is because between January to September, I was working day and night like a dog. Remember I told you guys I had 4 jobs, and on top of that, I finished 2 certification programs. And then I started another job, which, guys, this is being really open. This job I started, I thought it was everything I've always wanted. I'm living the dream. But it wasn't. As soon as I got that job, every single week of my life has been a battle, a new battle, a battle that I was avoiding for my life. It's like, think of something in your life you would never want to happen. Just think of something, right? Actually, don't think of it. Don't internalize it. Never mind. Okay, everyone's got something that they would never want to happen in their lives, right? Illness, financial problems, whatever that may be, things like that. Every single week, I was hit with something new, and then I had to carry the weight of that. I had to carry the weight of that because people see me as responsible. Once again, I grew up in a big family. I have to take care of them. I had to carry the weight of that, and that was very hard. It's like I was acting like everything was okay when I was put in the craziest circumstances, and I'm realizing what I've experienced this past year, what I've experienced the past 6 years, some people will never experience in their lifetime. So when you ever feel broken, you ever feel behind, you're ever punishing yourself for not being where you want to be and wishing you also had better mental health and just happier like other people, you're probably fighting a battle that other people have never fought in their lives. Like, my experience is something my brothers and sisters don't have. I have siblings we live together, and other siblings we don't live together, right? So we all have different experiences. And even the experiences of my parents versus my experiences have different experiences. I've been through challenges. I've had moments where I really just didn't know if there was any lights at the end of the tunnel. Any light at the end of the tunnel. It's like I told you, it's like you ever feel like you get everything you've ever wanted, but then as soon as you get it, you get hit left and right with the worst things. That's what happened to me. I was hustling like crazy this whole year for the money. For the money. And it's like, I don't even want to want it. My crave for it is for survival. Depending on who I'm talking to, like, some people be like, well, money doesn't bring happiness. I'm like, we need money in this world. What are you talking about? And the reason I felt that way is because I've had some struggles in my life, you know? So I see, like, you definitely need it if you want to live a certain lifestyle. Yeah. It's a crazy life, but I'm alright. Life is crazy. It's gonna break you down. That's something nobody prepared me for. I had not a single person prepared me for life breaking me down. My last video was about getting broken down with how the world views me as a Black woman. Some stereotype me. Some don't like me because my hair. Some don't like me because my skin complexion. Some don't like me because my body shape. Some don't like me because the way I speak. And it was crazy. And then this year, getting hit so many times, it's like every piece of me has broken. But am I really broken if I'm still standing? Am I really broken if I still believe there's a better future out there for me? Am I really broken if I got people that believe in me? Am I really broken if I'm still putting one foot in front of the other and being optimistic on my future, being kind to other people, and still working towards a better life? Things may be hard, and like I said, when you feel like all the pieces are cracking, God's the glue that's going to fix those pieces. Therefore, I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Mark 11:24. This verse literally says that God don't play about me and my goals. Life is challenging that people don't prepare you for. So I'm realizing you really ain't broken. I'm realizing, as a person, you can't really be broken. You're gonna have situations that will try to break you, but if you're still living, how can you be broken? Survival mode is a hard state, but what I'm really grateful for is I have incredible system. I have a beautiful family and wonderful friends, real friends, because I've had a share with a few fake friends. That's another thing, guys. I fell out with like 6 whole people this year. 6 people I did not think I was gonna fall out with. I fell out with all of them because, yeah, people treat you a certain way, and then you just have to just distance yourself and realize maybe you should just stick to being around your family and really close people in your life. It's a crazy life, but I'm alright because I got God by my side. If you ever feel like you're broken and nothing's gonna get better, I promise you things are gonna get better. So many times I told you throughout 2020, I felt so worthless as a student, not getting that money, not getting the best grades compared to other people, not being the most creative. 2022, I lost somebody that I thought loved me and they just dropped me like I didn't exist. That definitely broke me. 2024, not being where I wanted to be career-wise and seeing other people not have the stress or worry that I did. The reason why I had this worry where I really need this career, and people didn't get it, is because I have, different financial responsibilities. Some people, they live at home and their parents pay every single bill there is. Like their parents paid off their car, their cell phone, they pay off the groceries, they pay everything. I don't have that. I still love my community so much, but I don't have that, and I realize it's okay. And that's literally what goes back to my main point. Why the heck am I comparing myself to people who have not had my struggles? I'm comparing myself to other people and I don't even know their full story. I'm looking at not even a chapter, a highlight from their story and comparing my entire life to their highlights, where my entire life is unique on its own. My entire life is meant to inspire somebody out there. So yeah, guys, I've been through so much the past 6 years and I got to a breaking point. Now that it's November, got to a point where it's like, oh, I'm tired. And if I'm being honest, I wish I could just create and not worry about anything. It's like you're constantly worrying about something. So I just want to breathe. I want to breathe. I want to breathe. I want to breathe. I want to breathe in and breathe out. And I wish that for you guys too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember, you're not broken. Hope you enjoyed this video essay. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of my next upload. I love you all so much. My heart and soul. And we on the way. You guys have done it again. I remember when I filmed my Timmy Turner makeup look and I was talking about being happy with what you're blessed with instead of wishing to have a different life and such. I said, guys, we're on the way to 600. And then you guys blessed me with 600 while I was editing the video. And once again, you guys blessed me with 700 while I'm editing this video. Thank you so much to my Miss Kabumba gang, to my community. I love you all. So many people have just spawned in and I welcome you with open arms. I appreciate you all more than you know, and thank you for making my dreams coming true, growing closer and closer every day to being a full-time creative. So let's get it. Bye.